Yo, what's up, Lions Nation? This is the Friday night mashup show. We got Smoker Jeremy B, Dan Leonard, the Stat Man in the house, along with a couple guests tonight. Gonna go over them picks. We got a few topics we're gonna talk about. Gonna be a lot of fun. Excited. But first, fellas, we are on that march to 500 subscribers. When we get to 500, myself and the lovely Stat Man will be putting on a dress and singing a lovely duet. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. Yes. We are at 139 currently. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed. And also, just a quick thing. Since we've been doing, the suicide awareness, things like that, promoting that on the show, we did start a little fundraiser for suicide awareness. It's on the page, so feel free to donate if you would like to that cause. We got some comments coming in. It's Crazy Ken's in the house saying, "What's up, guys?"
What's up, Crazy Ken?
Hey, how you doing, Dad?
God.
Black box talking.
Let's bring in our guests. First up, we got the one and only Chicken Nugget King.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
And last but certainly not least, Grinchy Claus himself, Dom, Detroit Dom, in the house.
What's up, Grinchy Claus?
What's up?
Ready to talk some football?
Yes, sir.
Wow, how odd. Check this out. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it, but oh wait. I mean, you see that? You see that's me, right? With the same hat and shirt.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was 4 years ago at my buddy Joe's 40th birthday. His party was 40s for 40. There was
What's going on, Ken?
like 25 of us there, and like 23 of us had 40s, and the two people that didn't had like the big jug of pre-mixed shots, so they're just pouring shots for everyone. It was a good time.
Sounds like a good time.
Crazy Ken says, "Hey, Chicken." Victor Lester in the house says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Vic?"
How's it going, Vic?
Living up, Leonard. Good evening, gentlemen. I hope you're having a good day. You're having a swell day. Thank you, Mrs. Leonard.
It's much better now that I'm on this show.
Yes.
Same here.
I always look forward to this show.
Facebook user says, "Go Lions." What's up, Facebook user?
That's
What's
one
up?
of three.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
Like Men at Work? That was Men at Work, right?
Yep.
Who can it be now?
We got
Great reference.
an announcement. Just in case throughout the show tonight, there's a penalty. Statman and Dan Leonard are prepared to throw a flag if necessary.
Just make sure it doesn't hit
The camera.
who was that Browns O lineman that got hit in the eye?
Oh yeah.
Orlando Brown, Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown.
Victor says, "Sad
Charlie
because my
Brown?
Saints lost to the Cowgirls."
That was brutal to watch. I knew Taysom Hill was going to have issues.
That was those turnovers.
Crazy.
I mean,
Sam
that's what
Williams,
that's what
absolutely.
happens when you try to make a running back / wide receiver / tight end throw the ball almost 40 times after he hurt his finger.
Yep.
But it was like that one drive. He ran it 3 times in a row. They got 2 first downs, and then they throw it the next 3 downs and then had to punt. Like that was some Anthony Lynn type stuff.
Yes, it was.
Like, hey, it's working. Let's not do that.
Real quick, fellas, before we get on to the first topic, just want to remind everybody that the GoFundMe for the late, oh my gosh, Jim Bordeaux. Holy mackerel. I just brain farted so bad right there. Can't believe that. For Jim Bordeaux is still out there on our page, Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite website. So go check it out. If you cannot donate, that's okay, but feel free to share. If you have the time, please do that.
It is also on the Kneecap Biters page.
Yes. Thank you, Jeremy. Crazy Ken says men at our
He said he meant men at work. Yes, they are.
Yes, thank you. I read it how it's put on there.
We knew what you meant, Ken.
Word for word.
And that person who hit in the eye, I'm pretty sure was Charlie Brown.
It's true.
No, that's who had the ball pulled out from underneath him while kicking.
And he fell.
Good grief.
Yep.
Orlando Brown.
Was it Orlando? Okay.
He died
What?
10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And his son's the left tackle for the Chiefs.
That's his son?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, first topic. Lions hope to get Swift back next week. Rule out for 2020 returns for Cyber and Cephas. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts on, first off, Swift possibly coming back next week, and then Cyber and Cephas basically being ruled out for the rest of the year as of today officially. We'll start with you, JB.
Well, Siebert being out, that's kind of big because he was our only kicker so far that was hitting 50-plus yarder field goals. So that means we got to get a little bit closer for the other guys because Riley Patterson struggled over 45. Cephas being out, that's a big hit. I mean, we kind of figured he'd be out with what he hit, with the type of, the collarbone injury. But he made it sound like he was trying to come back in 6 weeks at the earliest that he could, and it just didn't work out that way. With that plate, sometimes the healing takes a lot longer than people anticipate.
Yeah, and
Swift coming back. Swift coming back is a huge boom.
Yeah, and from what I hear, Swift's ready to come back. Like right now, he wants to play, but obviously they want to take their time with that. Statman, your thoughts?
Yeah, Cephas was one of probably our best receiver. He went down. Siebert, obviously, we're going to miss him kicking the 50-plus yarders. And then Swift coming back next week is amazing. I thought he might be sitting out the rest of the year. So it's always good news to hear that he's going to play.
Yeah, and they're hopeful. They didn't officially say, but they are. That's kind of where it looks like it's looking towards. Adam, your thoughts?
Siebert, that's kind of whatever, even though clearly with a team like we are short on talent, and I said it in the preseason, all offseason, all year long, kicking game is going to be important in these close games. I don't know what his injury is, but it's kind of whatever.
I think it's thigh.
As far as Swift goes, it's an AC joint, which is a tricky shoulder injury. I would be in no hurry to rush him back. There's no point in taking a chance of him getting it hurt worse in a lost season. And I would honestly, I'd rather see Jamal Williams get some extended time to see what he can do. You know, getting the lion's share of the carries. Cephas, I'm not surprised at all. Collarbone, I've broken my collarbone before, and it's definitely not something you want to try to rush back from, because you might think that you're healed up and you've done, just about everything you can do and, stretched it out and practiced and blah, blah, blah. But when you get in a game situation with a freshly healed collarbone, that's not something that and again, in a lost season, I'd rather him come back fully healthy next year. Because I think Cephas is legitimately our number one wideout. Me and Jeremy talked about this all off season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just checked the injury report. It doesn't even have him listed on there, so I don't remember exactly. It's either thigh I thought I seen or ankle. It's one of the two for him, I thought. But
Austin is his first name, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
His hip.
hip.
Oh yeah, don't mess with that either.
No.
And he already had surgery.
Chicken Nugget, what are your thoughts, buddy?
Well, I just think that when it comes to this game, you're gonna have to go through injuries. You're gonna have to go through some pain, but it's never late to get back and get right and understand your game and where you fit in at. Swift is a real good player when he wants to be and when he can move to chains for you and get some points on the board for you when he's one of those dynamic running backs. And I think he's gonna come back very soon, but I don't want him to rush him right now. I think it's better to get him healthy before you rush him. Siebert and Cephas. Siebert, he's one of a kind with kicking, but we gonna have to rely on some kicking when he gets back. And Cephas, we really need him bad, like ASAP. So he's gonna be a very good contribute to the team. But right now we just gotta finish out this year and try to get at least one win because that's what's really important at this point.
All right, and Dan, your thoughts?
My thoughts. Let's see. Swift, your best player, like I say every week. No reason to rush him back. The season's for the most part lost. They're just playing for pride now. No reason to risk him getting hurt permanently or something like that, or something that's going to linger until next season. Seibert hurts. If they have any chance of winning, it was going to be on that guy's leg. And Cephas, I'm still not sold on him.
What?
No, we didn't. We haven't seen him play much. I can see that, but man, he's good.
He was the only one getting open downfield. Other than, man, I swear to God, if they don't throw if Josh Reynolds doesn't get at least 10 targets this week, I don't even know what to say. Also, Dan, you're wrong. Our best player is Jack Fox.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoping Reynolds gets some touches because Minnesota, as far as fantasy points allowed to receivers, they're the worst in the league.
And I think Patrick Peterson's out this week.
That's a good thing.
My youngest sister broke her collarbone when she was 15 playing tackle football. She had 16 varsity letters when she graduated. How about that? How about that?
Amazing.
They even had like public schools that long ago.
Hey.
You know what, stat man? Throw the flag out.
Jeremy, what the hell are you
That's a
doing?
penalty.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to clean all this tire crap off my hands.
Yeah,
I'm calling a foul on Dan for his unnecessary comment.
Speaking of Jack Fox, I need you guys to know, as bad as we were last year, Jack Fox had 59 punts in 16 games. He's already got 50 in 11 this year.
Yep.
That's
And
the only
averaging-
number 3. That's the only number
Averaging
3
the
I'll
same
ever trust.
49.1.
Next topic, fellas. Can the Lions stop Madison from running over them, and can they finally get some pressure on Cousins? Two-parter, JB.
I'm hoping they can because they've been doing really well about stifling the run game against some pretty good running backs lately. You know, they held Nick Chubb in check. They held Najee Harris in check. And then they held, who was it the last time? Oh, Montgomery.
Yeah, he's not
In
that
check.
good.
He's not bad.
True. Their O-line is really bad, though. And Minnesota's is less terrible, and Kirk Cousins is less terrible than Fields. Kirk Cousins, if their record was a little bit better and it wasn't Kirk Cousins, he'd be in the MVP discussion.
Yep.
It was actually Dalton we played.
Yeah.
'Cause Fields was out, but Dalton is way worse.
Oh, that's right,
than
on Thanksgiving.
Kirk Cousins.
Because we
Yeah.
lost to Chicago on Thanksgiving against their backup again. And I
With a
called
field goal. Actually, Dalton was their starter and went down and was hurt, and then Fields came in to start.
Penalty. Statman, your go.
All right. I think they can stop Madison. We've had some rough games against running backs. And Madison, I believe the last time he played us had a heck of a game.
I know total yards.
Yeah, I know we can stop him, but will we? That's the real question. Will we? And I don't know. We're going to need a lot of help from the secondary. Tackling in the open field on the edges. And then having Derek Barnes and the linebackers step up a little bit. I don't know. Is Jalen Reeves-Maben going to be back this week?
He's out.
Yeah, not having him is going to hurt us. He's our fastest linebacker we have. And let's see, can we get pressure on Cousins? Yeah, play Julian Aquara a lot more. We'll get more pressures.
I think
the guy is naturally gifted.
Just to give you guys an idea,
And I don't know.
We got Swift, Maben, Price, and Flowers all listed as out right now.
Yay.
Flowers is a bum.
Dom, what's your thoughts?
Well, can we stop Madison from running all over us? We could. That might come at the expense of Cousins throwing the ball all over us. The last time we played, it just went away. Actually, I just looked at this last night, literally like play by play. Jefferson finished with around 140, 150 yards receiving in that game, but he had over 100 of those in the first half. So we definitely dedicated some eyeballs and some bodies to shutting him down. I don't know. Like the thing that I've noticed, even with our full complement of defensive linemen and pass rushers, we don't seem to be able to get consistent pressure, and we're still not blitzing much. So they got to blitz and hope that who's our number 2 corner even?
Jacobs.
Yep.
Right now.
Is it? It's not AJ Parker. I think he might still be hurt.
He's hurt last week.
So you got Jacobs. You got Jacobs. You got Bobby Price. They've mostly moved Will Harris to slot corner, which he's been playing better there.
Out.
Oh yeah.
We got Parker
better at slot corner, but then that means Dean Marlowe's on the field that much more. We really need one or more of literally almost everything in the draft.
Dar Erickson coming on in the chat says he also had 7 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. He's talking about Madison.
We'd love to have you on the show.
And then, this was before it, so I missed one. He said he had 113 yards and 25 attempts against us in week 5. I expect the same results. Well, could be worse considering our injuries too. Chicken Nugget King, let's go to you, buddy. What do you think?
Time is money, and money is the defense that's stopping the run. So we got to really make sure that we don't go to waste with our money that that we can use, and we got to play hard on defense and get these stops. Because when you got Madison out there, he gonna run. Just because Dalvin Cook is out, don't mean that Madison can turn it up. I'm sure he gonna turn it up, but we got to stop him and put him at a lower minimum. You know what I'm saying? Make him have negative instead of positive.
All right. And Dan, your thoughts?
Well, to stop Madison means you're going to have to drop a safety in the box. Then you're going to have 2 guys dedicated to Justin Jefferson. And everybody forgets about the unsung hero of that team, Adam Thielen. The guy's going to put up 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, and nobody's going to even realize it.
He's probably the best number 2 in the NFL.
Absolutely.
And like a top 12 or so in the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy that scares me is Osborne. He's pretty good.
KJ Osborne?
Yes.
Last year when I was injured and whatnot?
He's talented.
Team.
Our secondary, though, those defensive backs, a few of them have been playing really well. So hopefully, they'll be able to do something. Keep that in mind. We have seen those guys step up.
Amani is tied for 3rd in interceptions, and he's tied for 5th in passes defended.
Here's an interesting stat over the last 3 weeks. The Lions have given up 239.7 yards and a 71.1 passer rating.
Here's an interesting stat. They're still 0-3 in those 3 weeks. So that doesn't matter.
It does, though. It matters.
And
it matters to the stat man.
Enjoy trading up for Matt Corral, Dan.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Gettleman's going to be fired, so the next GM's not going to be that stupid.
You're going to do the same thing you did with Daniel Jones. Wait an extra year for the wrong draft class to draft a quarterback and then reach for one. You're better off with Corral than anyone else.
I think you're going to at least wait till next year because Jones is still on that contract.
They should stick with Jones for one more year and bring in a vet to push him. Bridgewater or Tyrod Taylor. There's going to be a lot of veteran quarterbacks on the move in the offseason. All those teams thinking about drafting quarterbacks should probably go try to trade for one rather than draft one.
I don't want Russell Wilson.
Giants get Deshaun Watson in a blockbuster trade.
Especially if you could include Saquon Barkley in that deal to vastly lower the number of first-round picks you have to trade, I would greatly consider it.
If he gets up to get those legal and criminal cases dealt with first.
Tyler Black says, "Hey, all, what's up, Tyler Black?"
What's up, Tyler?
Hey, Tyler.
What's good,
People
Tyler?
forget Deshaun Watson, in my mind, up until this year, obviously because he's not playing, he's top 4, top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
He has been.
I'm just going to do a quick shout out. Dar Erickson, one of these days, you need to come on this show. All I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Led the league in passing yards, 70% completion percentage, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks.
I think he was the highest sacked quarterback, wasn't he?
He does get sacked a lot. A lot. 174 times in 3.5 seasons.
Dar says, one of these days.
Don't use all caps. They tend to flag that as bullying.
Yeah, you're bullying us. Stop it. Flag on the play.
Flag.
Bullying. Bullying.
Throw the flag on that one.
I'm throwing a challenge flag.
$57.
Next up, what game would the Lions remain scheduled? Do you think they have the best chance of getting their first win? Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, or Packers? I think that it's going to either come from probably the Falcons or Seahawks. If I had to pick one, Falcons. JB, your thoughts?
If I had to pick one, it's the Seahawks because Russell Wilson looks like absolute garbage this year.
Speaking of veteran quarterbacks on the move, he's fed up with Pete Carroll.
Logan, what game you think? Remaining schedule.
I hope it's Sunday. I hope it's against the Vikings, but realistically speaking, I would have to say the Cardinals because it's the least, I don't know, least favored game. I think the Cardinals are gonna be the team that we beat and upset, and it keeps us hopeful for next year. Watch, it's gonna happen. I called it at the beginning of the year. I said the Cardinals are gonna be the team that we beat, the team that we're least expected to win. That's the game we're gonna win.
Oh, I like it.
That's just what I think.
I like your thoughts on that.
I think you're crazy.
Like that whole thought.
Call me crazy, whatever. I mean, I'm calling it as I call it.
I like your line of thinking because it falls in line with mine from before the season started. Because we play the Bird Gauntlet, and Jeremy remembers I said Seahawks. At the time I said Ravens, but it was because no one knew that the Cardinals were going to be this good. I still say Seahawks. We can win any one of these games. Depending on what happens between now and the end of week 17, we might beat the Packers if they've got their seed locked up. Okay, here, hypothetical. If we go into week 18 without a win, do we even want to win that game if it's fraudulent because Rodgers sits?
I want to win the game because I just don't want to go 0 and whatever.
And I want Green Bay to. I'd love Green Bay to be the one team that we beat.
Even if it's Jordan Love.
I wish it would. I hope it's Rodgers at the end of the year, but I doubt it.
Dar says,
wouldn't that be great to beat them and like knock them out of the number 1 seed? How about we beat the
I'd love it.
Cardinals and the Packers?
Dar says, I'd get too many flags on your show. Tom and Amy in the house said Lions will win against the best team listed.
That'd be the Cards.
Tom and Amy also said that's the Lions, Logan.
I'd say Packers.
It is the Lions.
Yeah, it is the Lions.
This is a Lions podcast? Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
was
is.
Every now
not
and then.
aware.
I'm on the wrong show.
But really, honestly, realistically, I do see the Lions beating the Falcons.
I like that one.
Our hope is not lost to get those 3 or 4 wins that, the realistic ones of us predicted.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be sweet to go on a tear at the end of the season and, win 3 of our last 4 games?
Well, before we go to Dan, there was an article I just read that
Dan says no. Oh, why you want to trade up to get that pick so you can draft Matt Corral? That's fine.
No, my point of that is what would the benefiting winning those 3 games and potentially losing that first or second pick be? Then somebody does take Hutchinson on you guys that you guys are all high on.
That's fine. They can. I'm terrified of Hutchinson.
I love
I'm
him.
not.
Well,
I'm a State fan, and I love him.
He's
Ask
got
me-
a man.
me again. Here's the thing: for Hutchinson to prove himself fully to me, Michigan needs to go all the way to the national title game because whatever he does against Iowa, unless it's a similar performance to Ohio State, doesn't mean much. Cincinnati means almost nothing.
But what if they go on a tear and they match up against Georgia first, and then they beat Alabama in the championship, and Aiden Hutchinson gets about 6-7 sacks in those 2 games?
That
What
would
would you
be
say?
amazing. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure the more legitimate teams they play, the better. Still terrified of him.
Well, you got to think Georgia and Alabama basically have pro offensive lines right now. If you can do that against them, then it's a different story. But the guy's only performed this season. The past 3 seasons, he was a situational player.
Jeremy, did you see what Valenti said the other day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that with the first pick, they should take Aiden Hutchinson, and with the second pick, take David Ojabo.
I wouldn't be mad.
Well, think about that. They combined for over 20 sacks this season.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ojabo would be Ojabo without Hutchinson taking on the double and triple teams.
And vice versa. Like, obviously, they work well together.
Yep.
I mean, I'd rather have the 2 of them than, 2 Ohio State wide receivers.
Yes.
Crazy Ken says Falcons and Seahawks for his pick. Tom and Amy, every game they are supposed to win, they lose. It's true.
I don't think we've been favored. But have
No.
we been favored in a game this year?
I think
No.
them every game.
I think they just mean as far as like winnable
because-
games.
Because Lions. Yeah, that's a thing. That's what makes your Arizona pick make the most sense. Because Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sure, we're winless, but go look at the box scores. 7 of our 10 losses by 1 score or less? Said at the beginning of the year. It's the NFL. It's just good teams win close games. We're not a good team. And we've got kicking woes and an inexperienced head coach.
And
Got a lot of
injuries.
inexperienced players. A lot of inexperienced players.
Yeah, that
playing
don't
too.
know how to close out games.
And a bum at quarterback.
Before we get to the picks for this week, I want to
Flag that comment.
Flag it.
Jeremy B, if you wouldn't mind, sir, giving our sponsor a quick shout out.
Absolutely. A1 Tire and Auto Repair in Saginaw and Bay City. 2 locations to serve you. We do new and used tires, custom wheels, and occasionally window tinting. Mention this ad, get $10 off your bill.
And going back to the last comment, I am flagging Dan on that comment. Illegal comment.
Myself.
Illegal comment.
Here we go.
Here's why we want to win those games.
If Goff is so terrible, how come the Rams have the exact same record this year with Stafford?
Because their team is better on paper than they are on the field, and they have no identity.
Bunch of
And
big
they're
shot
coaching.
players, and they
That
can't
team
play
was-
together.
That was a run-first team.
That can't
think
run now.
Their big Henderson's not been bad, but they're missing Cam Akers a lot more than I think, or than people realize.
Yep.
What about this?
I said it all along.
Here's why I want to win those 3 or 4 games. So we end up with the 5 or 6 pick. Would you trade that pick for Trey Lance?
No.
I haven't seen enough of him.
5
I haven't been watching any of the 49ers games unless they play
barely
against the
played because
Lions.
somehow, some way, Garoppolo's been healthy. And have a look at Jimmy Garoppolo's win-loss record.
He's good when he's healthy.
It's actually pretty good.
It's good. And they can put literally anyone behind that O-line.
I never understood the draft pick with Trey Lance.
Garoppolo couldn't stay healthy.
Because they figured that Garoppolo was going to get hurt. I thought they were going to, honestly, I thought they were praying for him to stay healthy, and then they were going to move him at the trade deadline to like Washington, had Washington been better. Because Washington's really just missing a quarterback. Their defense is starting to come around.
Heineke hasn't been playing horrible.
Washington and Miami are getting back closer to what I thought they'd be.
Hey, Logan, how about you let people know where they can get that awesome hat?
Oh, you want to go to wearelionsnation.com. Find all the We Are Lions Nation podcast gear, including the Smoking That Hopium Since 1934 hoodie. Check it out.
Thank you, Statman.
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing rumors about Garoppolo to us.
I believe it.
Dar Erickson
There's
says
going to be lots of rumors.
Rams offensive line looks worse than Lions watching them against the Packers D line.
I said in the offseason that their O-line was going to take a step back. They lost a couple guys. Plus, Aaron Donald's kind of having a down year, and Von Miller so far has not done anything. Also, losing Robert Woods hurts them more than they realize because Odell Beckham is not a replacement for Robert Woods.
Nope, but Robert Woods going down makes Van Jefferson so much more valuable on my fantasy. Yes.
No, it's true. and look at, much like I predicted, look at Cooper Kupp getting the Matt Stafford effect a la Golden Tate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who did Golden Tate just sign with?
Titans.
Oh, that's right.
To the practice squad. He'll probably get called up, especially with A.J. Brown being out.
And Julio
And
Jones
Julio.
Julio needs to hang it up, I think. Or go to the Patriots.
All right, fellas. So we are
That's
going to
where you
move
revive your
on.
career.
We're moving on to the picks.
All right.
First up,
Flagging
results.
We don't
Right
want to
now.
see that.
Primetime Showdown. The Nation sitting at 20-14. We are Lions Nation podcast guys, 18-16. And then for
That's
us,
it. These other idiots sullied my record.
The Soul Man, myself, 88.77. Statman, 86.79. And Smoking JB at 98 and 68. That's where we stand.
Wait a minute.
as
I
of
won
right now.
6 games. How did I go? I had 96 last week.
What?
Here we go again. Jeremy with his math.
Jeremy's
Every
getting
time.
flagged.
Every time.
Last week it was 96. I won 6 games. That's 102.
I don't
It
recall
was
this.
not.
He's trying to keep that accurate, healthy league. Apparently, a 10-game lead is not. He's looking over his shoulder.
Oh, I'm just tired of seeing me be shortchanged here.
Like Barry
Oh.
Sanders on all those long touchdown runs.
Andy,
Remember when he
real
used to
quick.
do that? Because he wasn't really that fast. He'd be running, gone. No one's catching him. And he's looking back.
Because when you put him up on the Tuesday game, it said 96.
Anyway, Andy,
I don't think it said 96, JB. But it's gone now, so I can't see it.
Andrew,
What?
you know, if you weren't such a homer and picked the Lions every week, you're leading.
I can't help it.
I'm just saying, man, you'd be leading.
If we involved, which it wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe like for next year, involved a spread in the picks because the Lions are like 8-3 against the spread.
Except when I bet
Yep.
on them.
Bolt
Don't-
fan is in the house saying, "How's it
Don't
going,
bet on the
Lions Nation?"
Lions. Don't bet against
What's
the
up,
Lions.
Tyler?
I need
Don't
to
involve your money in a bet involving the Lions, except for this year.
I will tell you what. The process of doing the picks is not very hard. It's on a piece of paper. I just count how many wins you have, and then I add them to the last week's.
So,
Three flags.
that man's throwing a flag. Well, he's thinking about throwing a flag.
Oh crap! What?
Enough of this tomfoolery. We're gonna get to the bottom of it after the show. Because I'm
All
gonna
right.
watch Tuesday's show and see what the final was.
Who's number 16, stat man? Is that a custom?
No, it's Jared Goff.
Oh, that's right.
They actually sell those?
You spent your money on that?
Yeah, $130.
Good God. Can you
Where you
return it?
drunk?
I'm not returning it. Goff's the
get you-
man.
I can get you a bootleg one for like 45. You'll never know the difference.
I support my quarterback.
I feel you. I want him to be better.
You see what I have hanging on the wall behind me? I don't know if you guys could see it, but there's my last year's jersey that I wore. I always
I
support
don't-
my quarterback.
Hey, Dom, what's the shipping time on those jerseys, though?
Couple weeks. It's not bad. But the thing is, we usually do like huge orders with multiple people. He says timeout. Let's get to the picks. My bad. Let's go.
Let's go. Thursday night. Just to recap, the Cowboys beat the Saints 27-17. Our first game for picks tonight is the Sunday night game. Broncos taking on the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs. JB, who you got? Statman, who you got?
I got the Chiefs.
Dom.
Chiefs. Broncos are the Broncos.
Chicken Nugget.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Dan.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Andy, you got some weird dude looking at you. And since Jeremy's not here by default, he gets the Broncos.
Why would you put that picture behind you?
It took you so long to notice.
The Logan.
Yeah, that's me.
Because that's some
Flag
weird
on the
You know,
play.
I actually creeped your profile not too long ago and looked at all your pictures. I was like, oh, that's kind of a handsome dude.
Flag on this motherfucker. Oh, I can't even cuss.
Shirtless,
You're
no
lucky.
less.
I'm going to put it back now. I was just waiting to see how long it took you to see it.
That's a little sus, man. I'm calling a flag for being sus.
That's a lot, sus. Not a little.
That's awesome. It's
I'll
my
throw another
favorite.
one too. Just
Was
for the
that
hell
him
of
and
it.
his? Was that him and his special blouse?
What happened was I had a picture earlier. It was kind of funny one. It was when you were younger looking. You had glasses on and shaved head. And then I looked down. The very bottom picture was that one. I was like, oh no, it's got to be this one. That's what happened.
I
Hey, JB, thank you for coming back. Did you have a pick for this game?
said the Chiefs.
You got the Broncos by default.
No, we didn't
No,
hear you.
I do. No, I do not.
You never.
We
told
couldn't
me.
Yes, I
hear you
did.
say the Chiefs.
It's
Is
the
Brid-
Chiefs.
Is Bridgewater going to play? I know he got hurt last week. Doesn't matter.
Who knows?
But
Dan, did you pick?
Yep.
I took the
That is
Chiefs.
Did? Okay.
that is future
Monday
Lions
night,
quarterback Teddy
Patriots
Bridgewater.
taking on the Bills. Oh, I didn't print off my sheet. Damn it! I don't remember who I picked.
You chose the Bills.
No, I don't think I did. That's why I'm looking. I think
I know I didn't.
opposite of the Bills. It's in the Facebook group. Hold on. Yeah, I picked the Patriots for that one. So I went with the Patriots. JB, who you got?
I went with the Patriots. They're playing great defense and they're looking great.
I want to catch up real quick, Statman. Crazy Ken says Chiefs. Dar's taking the Broncos.
Oh.
Mrs. Leonard's taking the Broncos.
Oh.
Wow.
She said took him almost all show to see himself. LOL. Dar's taking the Bills. Crazy Ken, Patriots. And Mrs. Leonard is taking the Bills. Statman, who you got?
I was gonna go Patriots, but I'm going Bills. I'm taking the Bills in this one. I think they're gonna beat the Patriots. I think they're gonna get back in shape with their defense, and I don't see Mac Jones doing enough.
I'm hoping that let me see here. I have you down for the Patriots, so
You're a liar.
That's
No, I
what
do.
you get. You get what you
voted-
get, and you don't throw a
voted for the
fit.
Patriots.
Yeah, in the Facebook group, like on the page, but in the chat, I sent you my picks, and it has
Oh,
Bills
boy.
as my
We-
pick.
We've got
Flag.
conflicting,
You double it up on that.
conflicting
No.
stories.
No, I'll change it. He's right. It is in the chat. I just went off of the Facebook because we were all in it. So that's
He
why.
can-
I know I originally picked Patriots on the group, and I forgot to change it.
Yeah, that group that poll for that game, I believe it's that game, is 50-50.
Well, it's going to be one on the side of the Bills.
So I'm gonna change the nation's pick. No, I didn't change it. I kept it the Bills because I took what I did for that one because it was a tie. I took our votes out of that. I didn't count them. So that way, this nation they went with the Bills in that game. That's how I did that.
I just turned my camera off because it looked off balance.
You always look off balance.
Or you finally saw yourself in the screen. You're like, oh, I'm ugly. Turn the camera off.
Sorry about that, Fat Man. Glad
Listen
we got
here,
that
Ollie
cleared
G.
up. Hey, Detroit Dom, who you got, buddy?
This is their first matchup, right? Like they have another one after this.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Patriots here, and then I'll be taking the Bills later on in New England.
Yeah, it's weird. Patriots are undefeated on the road, but they have a horrible record at home. I think it's 2-4. I want to say.
Chicken Nugget King, you still with us, my friend?
Yes, indeed, I am. I'm going with Bills Mafia.
All right, going with the Bills. Dan.
I think I'm going to go with New England Bill Belichick's.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but it is.
Besides, the Bills got freaking Tre'Davious White, their best corner on injured reserve now. And I think every running back on the Patriots is good now.
Yep.
We got Colts taking on the Texans. I'm taking the Colts in this one. JB,
Colts.
Statman,
Colts.
Dom.
Texans.
Sound just like him. Chicken Nugget.
I am going with the Texans.
What?
Ooh, over the
Yeah.
Colts?
That's your upset
Texans
pick,
over
evidently.
Dan.
Jonathan Taylor.
No, I said Colts or Texans, not person.
Jonathan Taylor.
The Colts.
Yes, the Colts. Jonathan
Sorry,
Taylor.
it's not clear enough. Excuse me.
Dom, who do you take?
Colts. They better win this game.
And we have Dar taking the Bills. Crazy Ken, Patriots. Mrs. Leonard, Bills. Mrs. Leonard's taking the Colts. Crazy Ken, Colts. Dar, Colts. And Bolt Fan is taking the Colts. There's one game this week that I'm really looking forward to watching because I think it's going to be an excellent game.
The Lions game, of course.
Besides the Lions game. Next
here
up,
we are.
Vikings taking on the Lions. I am taking one pride all the way. Lions over the Vikings.
No way.
Score?
But
And
yeah, I was
have a
going to say score
I
prediction.
do have a score prediction. I just got to go back to my sheet here. I have them. I have the Lions
Man down.
17. Lions 17, Vikings 14. JB.
Scratch that, reverse it. I had the Vikings winning 17-14. Lions cover the spread, but the Vikings win.
Who did we lose? You said man down.
I lost, my camera fell.
Oh, I was on a different screen, so I didn't see it. Statman.
Well, you know me. I'm always smoking that hopium. So I'm taking the Lions 21, Vikings 17. I just say we get over 20. I think it's for the second time in the season.
It would be.
Yeah, since week 1.
We're up. You're up, Dom. What do you think? Lions, Vikings.
Lions in a reversal of fortune from our week 5 game against the Vikings. Lions 19, Vikings 17.
Oh, okay.
Okay, field goal is going to win it. Chicken Nugget, my friend.
Yes, indeed, my friend. I'm going with the Lions over Vikings. First win of the season.
Score prediction?
Might sound crazy, but I'm going to say 24-16.
Okay.
Dan.
24-10 Vikings over the Lions.
Okay.
looking-
We can just kick him out of the show right now. Let's just do it.
Throw the damn flag.
Flag on the play. They're not going to lose by that much.
Dan, you get one redo.
Okay, Vikings 35-10.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to be another flag.
The
Oh,
spread
let's
is
see.
7.5.
We got
Actually, Dan, even despite your prediction, go ahead, bet the Lions. I can almost guarantee you we don't lose by 8. Spread 7.5.
We always
got-
play division opponents close.
Crazy Ken saying the Vikings. Mrs. Leonard's taking the Vikings.
Smart woman.
And that will be the last time Mrs. Leonard comments on this show. Dar Erickson. Vikings.
I can't believe you, Dar.
17. Dar. Hater.
30? No way.
You know, the best thing is that Dar's still been here the entire time. So it's a step forward. The next step for Dar will be to get him on the show. That'll be next. And it will happen. It will happen. Next up, Giants taking on the Dolphins. I am taking the Dolphins in this one.
I want to go first, damn it.
You don't get to go first, Dan.
I want to go first.
Go ahead.
Go
Dan.
last.
Take
Well,
it out of
I'm
order,
going
Dan.
first. Easy. I'm taking the Dolphins 40 to the Giants like 2.
Wow. Wow.
JB,
I got the Dolphins.
Stat, oh man.
Not the Giants. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Mike Glennon's
Dom.
2-17 in his last 19 starts.
Hang on. I'm waiting. Would you say Mike Glennon? Oh, is Jones hurt?
Jones may be out for the rest of the season with that neck injury.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez.
Yikes.
That
Maybe
is
Matt
why
Corral.
I did not choose the Giants because of that injury. That's why I remember today when I was doing my picks.
And that means they drafted a bust.
Dom,
I was already going to take the Dolphins, but now that I know that Jones is out, still taking the Dolphins.
all right. Chicken Nugget King. Loves a dog.
Hopefully I don't get a flag on this, but I'm gonna say Giants over the Dolphins.
Throw the fucking flag. Excuse me.
Throw the flag on Andy.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
Double
Whoa,
flag.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Chicken
Wait.
Nugget, I just want you to remember Joey Harrington.
Oh yes.
You mean the
Yeah.
best
How could we
Lions quarterback of all
forget?
time?
I can
That
never
was-
forget that name.
That was not Joey's fault.
It really wasn't his fault.
Dar says, I prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Mrs. Leonard says the Dolphins. Crazy Ken, Dolphins. Boat fan, Dolphins. Dar?
Dan had to go last, just like his team is in last.
Dar's taking the Giants too.
Yep.
Dar's on crack.
And Dar says upset pick.
Dar.
Oh,
Joey
okay.
Harrington,
That
I
makes
would say
sense.
Absolutely.
Upset pick. All right, guys. I bet if we all voted, we probably all picked the same in this game. We got the Bucks taking on the Falcons. Let's try raising your hand if you're taking the Bucks. Holy crap, Chicken Nuggets on camera. Look at that, his hand. Look at
Hate to say it.
Oh, Dan's not raising his hand.
you're
This is
taking
my
the
upset
Falcons.
game of the week.
All right. I like it. Dan going with the Falcons. All right.
Very close game though.
They have the talent to do it.
Ken says Bucks.
And the Bucks defense
Mrs.
sucks.
Leonard says Falcons. Is she picking the same as you? Is this
They
what's
also have
happening?
Matt Ryan.
Dar says hand wave up in the air. So
Yep,
he's
that means
going
he's
for-
taking the Bucks.
Believe it or not, Jeremy, I put that together. But thanks for your help, buddy. Eagles, Jets.
There's a bad
I took the Eagles in
Ew.
this one. I know. Sorry, Dom.
Who are the Jets starting?
I did take the Bucks. I take the
Zach
Bucks over
Wilson.
Falcons anyway.
Wilson's back.
JB.
I'm taking the Eagles. That was an abomination last week. They bounced back and hit them big.
Statman.
Taking Eagles.
Taking Eagles.
Eagles.
Dom.
Hate to do it, but Eagles. As much as I'm iffy on Dan Campbell, I'm really thankful that we didn't hire Robert Saleh. He's having serious problems with Zach Wilson.
You know, I do not understand why anybody is iffy or saying to get rid of Dan Campbell at all. Blows my
Your
mind.
record. That's why.
Doesn't
That's the
matter.
only reason.
It's not
Doesn't
his
make
fault. Even if he made all the right in-game decisions, what would we have? 2 wins? Maybe 3?
Tops.
Mrs. Leonard says the Jets.
What?
What the
The
fuck? Are you saying?
Gosh darn.
Penalty. Cussing.
Throw it. Chicken nugget.
Penalty.
Um,
West.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Eagles over Jets.
And Dan.
I'm going to go with the team that's averaging 158 rushing yards a game with nobody having a 100-yard rushing game yet this season. The Eagles.
Yeah, you could have just said Eagles.
The Eagles with their run game irritates me like Buffalo. Like their running backs are averaging 5 yards a carry, yet they parade Miles Sanders out there like 11 carries a game.
Exactly.
Crazy Ken. Crazy
Boston's
Ken's
not
taking
way
the
better.
Eagles. And Dar.
Austin Scott's a midget.
Eagles.
Looks like an eagle emoji.
He puts in that work.
Eagles. We got the Cardinals taking on the Bears. I am taking the Cards in this one. JB.
The Cardinals, it looks like Kyler Murray may play.
I was going to say, is he finally coming back?
Statman.
Cardinals for me too.
Dom.
Cardinals, although even if he doesn't play, I would still roll with the Cardinals. Colt McCoy is 2-1 with a 75% completion percentage.
Chicken Nugget, Odell Beckham.
You must be kidding yourself because I ain't trying to get another flag right here. So,
I haven't been ejected yet.
yeah, I haven't been ejected. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals and Bears. Over
Stat man's
Bears.
ready.
He was just waiting on me to say it.
Colt McCoy was one of those 700,000 Cleveland Browns quarterbacks. Also, by the way, Baker Mayfield is just sober Johnny Manziel.
Facts.
I seen that. I
agree.
on Facebook. Somebody posted.
He's
it.
also Case Keenum with a little bit less terrible arm and a little bit less unathletic.
Dan, who you got?
Muted.
Good pick.
Speak up,
Good
Dad.
pick.
Just stick your thumb up if you're picking the Cardinals.
You're unmuted.
James Conner.
Go.
James Conner. That's where I'm going with that.
Ken, Cardinals. Mrs. Leonard, Cardinals. Dar, Cards. We
We
got
don't do cards anymore.
this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Chargers versus Bengals.
Yeah.
Joey B versus Justin Herbert.
Joey Biscuits. All that.
I'm taking
Your
Justin
boyfriend.
Herbert, my man.
Yeah.
And the Chargers. JB.
I got the Chargers.
This was a toss-up for me. I literally flipped a coin because I like both teams. And so it ended up with the Bengals. So I'm taking Bengals.
Smart pick. Smart pick.
Going on luck.
Dom.
It's in Cincy. I was gonna go look at the spread, but it doesn't matter. I'm going Bengals. I mean, really, this is a game that Justin Herbert really needs to win. And those are two of my favorite young quarterbacks, but I'm going Bengals because I believe in the Bengals more than the Chargers. Joe Mixon, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, oh, Jamar Chase hasn't done crap in 4 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, because Joe Burrow's all world.
And T. Higgins has.
Chicken Nugget.
Bengals over Chargers.
Dan.
Bengals. Joey Biscuits. All day.
All right, chat. We got Mrs. Leonard going with the Chargers. I know who Bolt fans going with. I don't.
Sorry,
he
Bolt fan.
He didn't say,
Yeah.
it, but we know who he's going with.
It is a big game for Herbert, though.
Dar is taking the Bengals.
Burrow's value is going up huge after this weekend. He's going to put on a clinic.
I hope you're all wrong.
I hope you sit on a Lego.
Maybe I am.
He'd like it too much.
That was
Maybe
going
I
too
am
far.
right now.
Joe Mixon, who's now big in rushing yards.
Jags versus Rams. I'm taking the Rams. JB.
Rams.
Stuntman.
Rams get off their losing streak. They win.
Dom.
Rams, and they need to win this game convincingly.
Mhm.
Chicken Nugget. King.
Odell Beckham.
That was not me, Chicken Nugget. Chicken Nugget.
Oh, no, back up.
He's muted. You're muted, Nugget.
Jags are gonna beat the Rams.
Oh, my Lord.
He was
Yes.
crying.
I'm calling it.
Flag
Chicken
too,
Nugget
Dan.
Kings all in on that Rams pick going up in value.
Dan,
We all
throw your
should be,
flag.
but we're all still rooting for Stafford because we don't want to be wrong about him.
I
Yes.
know. I got
Permanent
the
flag
people
throw.
flags already.
He's got the permanent flag.
Chicken Nugget. How many flags have you gotten tonight? Too many. Too many.
No, I
flags.
didn't. I didn't get as much as Dan did.
You're flagged
Damn,
out
that's
now.
true.
Who you got?
I'm taking the Rams to win the game, but I think the Jags may cover the spread.
No one
What's the
asked about the
spread?
spread.
The spread was 11 last time I looked.
We got Crazy
That
Ken
was
taking the
yesterday.
Rams. And Dar is taking the Rams as well.
I mean, has Trevor Lawrence had even one like really good game?
No, but James Robinson has.
And he's not
right.
back yet.
We got Washington taking on the Raiders. I am taking Washington in this one. I was going to go. Usually I go Raiders. Usually I pick them. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm changing it up. That's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
JB.
I took Washington.
Starman.
Taking the Raiders in the black hole at home. I see him winning.
Dom, spread is 13 now.
Wow. Man, this is a tough one.
Logan, take over for just a second.
Yes, sir.
Isn't Washington coming off a pretty good win last week?
Yep.
Although I believe the
Yes.
Raiders are as well.
I thought the Raiders lost.
Did they? Wow. I don't know because like I want to pick the team that is most like where this win is most important, but like it's important to both of them. Washington is working their way back into the playoff picture, as are the Raiders. I'm going Raiders because it's at home, and I love Derek Carr.
The Raiders did win last week. They won on
Oh.
Thanksgiving against the Cowboys in an
That's right.
overtime
You.
thriller.
Thank you, Raiders.
Who else went? Logan? Anybody?
We're on to Chicken Nugget King.
We're on to Chicken Nugget.
Chicken Nugs.
Yes, I am going with Raiders over Washington, and that's my final answer.
Wow. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, so he had 3 touchdowns in his rookie debut. He hasn't thrown more than 1 since then.
That's right.
Nobody said he was good.
Dan, who you got?
Raiders.
And Ken's going with Washington. Mrs. Leonard's taking the Raiders. Amanda is taking the Bears.
What?
Whoa, you're way behind.
A few picks back.
Dar's taking the Raiders. And Bolt fan says Washington. She said, just kidding, guys.
Dan, you don't think Trevor Lawrence is good?
I don't think he's as good as everybody made him out to be. He's a very athletic quarterback. He's physically gifted, but he doesn't show me anything at the pro level.
He's
not a one-man show either.
He had a better season in college, his second to last year, than his last year. Plus, it's beating up on, basketball teams for most of the year.
I agree.
They've got a
thank
nice
you for
little
coming back
receiving
on the
core.
camera, Dan.
Their O-line can't be that bad. I love James Robinson last year. How you get 1,000 yards rushing on a 1 or 2 win team, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And I think the Lions shut him down like pretty much worse than anyone else all season.
The only knock I have on the Jaguars is that Tim Tebow was almost their freaking tight end. That was the only
That was
spot
never really going to happen.
That was going to happen. Urban Meyer loved him. If it wasn't such an outcry, he would have been
That's
there.
my knock on them.
Technical.
He did a favor for a longtime friend. That's all it was. Here, I'll let you try out as a tight end.
Ravens, Steelers. I took the Ravens. JB.
Ravens.
Statman.
Ravens.
Dom.
Steelers.
No, Ravens. The Steelers are regressing towards the mean like I thought they would. End of the year, they're going to have 7, maybe 8 wins.
Chicken Nugget King.
Oh, that is a real soothing voice. Okay, that's a real soothing voice to sing in. Nah, just kidding. You're definitely gonna have to go to American Idol to try out.
Did you say you wanted to hear some more?
Oh no! I just thought I thought I need to hear Simon Cowell.
Something else.
I'm gonna say Ravens over Steelers in this game.
All right, Dan.
I'm just taking the Steelers to the rest of y'all took the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Next up, 49ers taking on the Seahawks. I am taking the 49ers. We've all talked about it. Seahawks look like garbage. JB?
40 whiners.
Statman?
Seahawks are absolute garbage. Russell Wilson hates Pete Carroll. They're not going to win.
Carroll
49ers.
hates Russell Wilson too.
Before we go to you, Dom, let's catch up here real quick. Mrs. Leonard, Steelers. Crazy Ken, Ravens. Dar Erickson, Ravens.
Dar with all these wrong picks today.
Ravens. Mrs. Erickson, oh my God. Mrs. Leonard. I was reading your brother's name. I was reading your brother's name at the same time. So sorry, because he's next. Mrs. Leonard says 49ers. Dar says 49ers. Crazy Ken says 49ers. Dom, 49ers, Seahawks.
49ers. I was looking to see. I believe they are in right now as the 7th seed in the NFC. And I said from the beginning of the year it would be 3 teams from the NFC West making the playoffs. I just thought it would be the Seahawks, but now
And I told you it wouldn't be.
Just throwing this out there, Dom. Just throwing this out there. If you would have watched our show Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Gridiron Chat, you would know exactly where the Niners are in the playoff standings.
I thought I was going to be on, but I heard nothing from anyone.
You never wanted to come on. Nobody said anything.
I totally would have. I've got a Cardinals jersey.
We'll bring you on if you want to come on those.
I love talking about
NFC West is next week.
I just love talking football.
Hey, Chicken Nugget.
I'm taking the Seahawks over the 49ers.
Are you daft?
You're just picking opposite. Is that what you're doing? Still a flag. He just wants.
I mean, it
flags.
is in Seattle.
Seattle.
And the 12th man has meant nothing lately.
True.
Nobody's home field has meant anything this season.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Frisco is the 6th. The Foreskins are the 7.
Yeah.
The Rams still sitting at 5, where they've been since week 1, and will probably not move from.
Dan, you can make it pick.
My pick's the 49ers, but thank you, Chicken Nugget, for taking the Seahawks so I didn't have to.
Well, guys, that is it. That is all this week's games. So our picks are in.
Charles Rogers.
Can't wait for Herbert to.
Wow, why would you even say that, especially with no context?
Because Chicken Nugget said Daniel Jones was the boss, so I had to just throw that out there just to kind of let him know my feelings on that.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right, because Daniel Jones will never, ever be as good as Eli Manning ever was.
No fucking duck.
Flag of the play.
Flag. I got him to say it. I got him to say it. Flag.
That's not fair. It's not being flagged. That was taunting.
It's all flag on Chicken Nugget.
Don't make me throw another one.
He was looking at his sideline, not yours. That was not taunting.
That was taunting.
No. Not taunting.
Cussing on the
That was
play.
baiting.
That's what I threw the flag for.
That's about 15
That was
yards
baiting.
back. 15-yard penalty.
It's
That was baiting all the way.
the Daniel Jones
not
pick
getting
wasn't
any
as
penalties
bad,
tonight.
though.
One more penalty by any of you, you're going to be banished to the background.
Wait, I didn't get one.
That's a penalty, JB. To the background.
JB is the only one that hasn't got a penalty yet, I think.
He gets an
That's 'cause
automatic
he's been
ejection.
sleeping
Too
most
far
of the show.
along.
What?
The Daniel Jones pick wasn't as bad.
Hey guys, and that is pretty much it for us tonight, except for JB. You got a special message you'd like to share for the people?
Mental health and awareness. Suicide rates are up. It's a bad time of year for everybody, whether you suffer from anxiety, depression, or just overall stress. There are numbers for you to reach out to. There's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, and there is also the Veterans Crisis Line. Veterans are committing suicide every 22 minutes. It's a very horrible legacy to leave behind.
Yeah, and we since we've been supporting not supporting is probably not the word I want to use, but you know what I mean. Since we've been
Promoting
Supporting
Yes,
this
awareness.
message.
yes, promoting awareness, supporting awareness. We do have a fundraiser going as well for the American National Suicide Foundation. It's on our Facebook page. You can see that. So go ahead and donate if you would like to help them out. We got to end this in the only way that we know how, and that is with so happy to have him back tonight, Statman.
All right. So before I do this, I just want to take a moment of silence for this vicious attack on Oxford High School here in Michigan. The school shooting that happened. It's just sad and tragic for all the students. And I believe one of the football players charged the shooter and took his own life, pretty much had his life taken from him trying to get other kids out of the school. So that kid is a hero in my book. And, you know, that other kid should rot in prison.
Oh, he will.
So I just want to take a
Parents are
moment
on
of
the
silence
run,
here.
aren't they?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no. They
No.
they left before the moment of silence. They left because of all the heat, and then came back. I guess the lawyer or attorneys or whatever actually did know they were leaving and didn't say anything. So they are on their way back now to do their whatever.
Face the music.
Yeah. Well, let's take that moment of silence for the victims and the families in that tragic event.
All right.
Might I add one thing about that subject? I
Yes.
want to give kudos to the Detroit Lions and the University of Michigan because they are putting special emblems on their jerseys and helmets supporting the fallen in the Oxford shooting tragedy.
That is so awesome of Michigan and Detroit Lions to do that.
And from what I read, to elaborate, Logan, just real quick on what you said, from what it sounded like, the shooter is actually about to go into a classroom when that football player tried to take the weapon from him.
Still a hero.
Yeah, amazing.
All right, so let's end this show the only way I know how to. Forward down the field, a charging team they will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 hard win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go
Lions!
Go
One
Lions!
pride.
One pride.
One
For the
pride, baby.
entire- And for the entire panel tonight, thank you all so much for being here. On behalf of Dan Leonard, Statman, and Mr. J Smoking JB, I am the Soul Man. This has been We Are Lions Nation podcast. Good night, everybody.